Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And this is going to be such a random topic. Um, okay, so I had a live earlier. It was so fun. Well, I had fun. It was really towards the end of the live. We started talking about fighting and Zeus. Zeus. Y'all know Zeus. Um, Anyways, it was just a fun. It was really a real fun live. If you were not there, you missed out, but it's still up. It's still available. Anyway, so we were talking about Lisa Rinna. That's why I said this is gonna be such a random video. Um, Lisa Rinna came up, and for some of you may not know, I actually used to kind of go up for Lisa Rinna. I thought she was a kiki. I thought she was a mess, but I still liked Lisa Rinna. Um, I was thinking about Garcelle and how, some of these things I said before, and some of you may not know, but I'm gonna say it again in this video. You have to be very careful about, and that's one of the big mistakes of reality TV, right? They really don't put. One of the things that I do love about New Jersey is that these women do know each other. Like, it's not like some just random from the street. Like, they've heard of this person, or there's multiple people in the friend group, even if, say, for example, you might not know Rachel, right? Dolores will know Rachel. Frank will know Rachel. It's multiple people in the friend group who's heard of this person. So that's one thing I do like about New Jersey. Sometimes with the other reality shows, they do just kind of find these random women who have no connection, and it doesn't work out. I do believe that when there is a connection there, it's harder to let the friendship fall to the wayside versus you just saying, forget her. I don't know the heifer anyways. Um, I was thinking about Ebony K. Williams, New York, right? Ebony K. Williams it just was not a good fit. I did not watch the season. I watched the first episode and I watched clips online. I would listen to people reviews, but I got enough from the first episode when Ebony was on to realize that this was not going to be the season for me. I had never watched New York anyway, so it wasn't like I was invested in New York. And then I stopped watching because Ebony came on. No, I actually tuned in due to Ebony, but I also tuned out due to Ebony too. Because to me, realistically speaking, Ebony was not a good fit for that friend group. Ebony was 30 something years at the time. Y'all really think that Ebony was gonna be hanging around with some old white women pushing 70? Like, come on now. So it just was not good casting. It just didn't make sense. Um, Garcelle, right? I think Garcelle fits in with Beverly Hills. I do. I do. I do. I do. The thing where I can see how there could be frustration with some of the viewers is it does it appear. Oh, I'm trying to watch what I say. It can appear at times that Garcelle does pull the race card. She does. It can appear that way. I remember her first season, Garcelle tried to play that game with Kyle. And I was one of the ones who came down here and I was honest, right? Even when it's uncomfortable conversations, I still try and be honest. I was with Kyle. I didn't think what Kyle did was so bad. Not Dorit. Um, Garcelle had made that, I think it was a charity event. And basically, I don't think they had received Garcelle's payment or something like that. And Kyle mentioned it at the show, at the reunion. And Garcelle felt like, as a black woman, there's certain things that you can't say about as a white woman, there's certain things you can't say about a black woman. Girl, girl, We're at the reunion. Those who have watched The Real Housewives knows that, girl, when it's reunion time, the girls bringing out all girl, it ain't no stop sign. They're gonna keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going until Andy tell y'all to be quiet, right? I didn't feel like it had nothing to do with, with Garcelle being black. I felt like it was a reunion. Cal had some tea. We gonna get into it, and girl, I'm telling your tea. That's all. That's what I really felt like it was. I did side out Garcelle with that. I do believe this also, girl. I'm sorry, y'all. I can see how some of the women would not want to engage with Garcelle out of fear of being called the big R word. Because there has been a few times on the show where Garcelle has mentioned race. Now, with that being said, there have been times where I have caught the girls' slips showing too. I remember there was one incident between Lisa and Garcelle, and I called Lisa out. It was, I think, the season finale. I think it was a season before Lisa. No, that wasn't season. I forgot what season it was, but it was when they had the event at Cal's home. They had access to like the $1 million jewelry. Remember that? And I saw Lisa. I think Lisa and Garcelle was having like a little 1-2, a little back and forth, and Lisa kind of like popped her neck, and I was like, ugh, girl, I caught that microaggression. Like, girl, I ain't never seen you pop your neck at any of these other white women, but all of a sudden you talking to Garcelle and you giving this whole. It was really one of those sister girl, more like sister girl. That's how she kind of gave, not kind of, she did. And I was like, Lisa. So there are times where I have seen it and I have called it out, right? But there are also times when Garcelle has mentioned things, and I'm like, Garcelle, girl, like the example I gave with Kyle and her, like, no. Now with Dorit, no, girl, Dorit, Garcelle be on Dorit ass. Sorry, Dorit lovers. Dorit do be on some rich white woman Karen shit. Girl, the rich part is up for debate. Um, it's like I feel like Garcelle is a good fit again, but I don't like I don't like that the women. I think that the women don't want to really go there with Garcelle because people are going to call them the R word. That's why I think that Lisa Rinna was needed for the show, because I don't think Lisa would have gave a damn what nobody had to say. I think that's why Cal will probably never have another back and forth with Garcelle, or she'll be very, very, very careful what she says to Garcelle. I don't think Dorit will probably fool with Garcelle anymore, and she's going to be careful, right? Even though Dorit, you are a Karen. Um, I could see it because, again, Garcelle will pull the black woman card. And I don't think that's fair, because if we're on a show, and I don't think it's fair in every situation. Garcelle has been right in some of the situations that she has been in, but not every single one. And I think that's when we start to go down this road of like, girl, these girls, you can't even really come after somebody, because if they do, girl, she gonna say that, girl, you coming after her because she a black woman. And then I think that kind of poses a question: do y'all think that Garcelle is a good fit for Beverly Hills? I think she's a good fit. I just also can see like the bullshit she tried to pull with Kyle not season one, but her first season. I think Garcelle is a good fit. I think Ebony was not a good fit. That friendship group didn't even that girl Ebony being a part of that friendship group didn't even make sense. Like at all. Garcelle, I feel like it makes sense because one, I feel like Garcelle fits. I just don't like that everything has to be, not everything. I don't say everything. But there have been some instances where it's kind of like, okay, girl, Garcelle, whatever. Do y'all think that the girls will never call out Garcelle when they feel like she has done something, or if they want to basically go after Garcelle. Do y'all think that they would? Oh, do y'all think they would ever go after Garcelle? You know how like they always say every girl has her day has her season. Do you think they would? Do you think they would ever go after Garcelle? I don't think they would. And then I think that there we go, right? Why do you? I don't think they will because they're afraid. And see, that's the part where I don't think that is fair. Because girl, if everybody else can get their wig tugged on, then Garcelle should be able to get her wig tugged on too. If Dory can get her wig tugged on, if Erica Jane can get her wig tugged on, if Sutton, if everybody else gonna get their wig tugged on, Garcelle needs to get her wig shifted too. Period. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I'm just not of the belief that every situation got to do with you being black, a black woman, a black man, gay. It's because you trans girl. It's because you a trans man. It's because you a black man. It's because you Hispanic girl. It's because you Asian. Now sometimes shit just it is what it is. I think that situation with Kyle and Garcelle the first season, her first season, and it has shit to do with Garcelle being a black woman. It had to do with we're at the reunion, girl. I'm coming for everybody, and I got some tea on you. Point blank. Period. Now I think the situation with Dorit when she tried to play that game of what she like what did she say? What did she say? Like she tried to make it seem like her mother has black friends, but quiet as it kept the girl. All the people work for them. Girl, a mess. It's stuff like that. Even with Crystal, Crystal low key did the same thing, right? Now Crystal was kind of like full of shit when she was playing that game with us. When she was playing that game with Sutton, making it seem as though Sutton had said some this horrible. Was it? I think did she say it was racist? I can't remember. But Crystal was the same way. Crystal was going after Sutton, but out of fear, even though Crystal was right. Crystal was right when she was going after something like, oh, you're that girl. You're the girl who says that they don't see color, right? Crystal was right. I don't give a damn what nobody got to say. Crystal was right. What I don't like that Crystal did was Crystal let the comments get to her. Crystal could have been a good housewife. Crystal was right how she clocked Sutton. Crystal let the comments get into her head. Then all of a sudden she wanted to be friends with Sutton and Garcelle. When really and truly, when you really think about it, Sutton and Crystal really were supposed to be enemies. If Crystal would have stayed on Sutton's ass, we would still be Sutton versus Crystal 3 seasons in, 4 seasons in, 5 seasons in. Well, I ain't gonna say five, but they wouldn't have made up that fast. But because Crystal got in the comments, and she saw that Sutton was a fan favorite, and Crystal didn't want to play the game of race, right? She said, "Let me go ahead and just back down and leave it alone." I also get it too because it takes a lot. I can imagine it taking a lot, you know, because look how people treat Garcelle. Girl, the people hate Garcelle on the show. I can see you calling out Garcelle, but I don't understand the hate that Garcelle gets because people think that girl. But see, I think that's another thing too, right? Girl, we're just talking. I think that's another thing too because that's why it's important to have these authentic friend groups. Let me give you an example. Like when I used to work at Nordstrom, I actually became friends with this Hispanic guy. And his boyfriend was white. So he was Hispanic and then his boyfriend was white. And we used to always go out for drinks and we used to go to the club together, the bars together. Girl, we used to have a good time. Like they were really, really cool. Um, I was kind of sad that when I guess we're more. I guess when you think about it, we were really like work friends, just close work friends. Because once he quit, like we kind of like drifted apart. I haven't seen him in years. Um, but we were cool. We were cool. And now my best friend, he has best friends that he's been cool with since high school. So he's been knowing these people like 20 plus years, right? His best friend is Hispanic also. Not also. His best friend is Hispanic. And then his other best friend is black, right? And then another one of his best friends is white. So if you put us all together on a reality show, r- r- the topic of race could come up, but it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be if we got into it. I don't think anybody would be like, "Oh, girl, you just saying that because I'm black." Or girl, you need to be careful of what you say because we know. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Because it's an act. It would be an actual friend group, and you don't know how the other person. We know what the other person would mean. Compared to Garcelle, this is where I will defend the Garcelle. She don't know those heifers. So because we know the history, right? And because we know how y'all can have y'all microaggressions, I'm on guard. And so I don't know how to take what you're saying. So maybe you didn't mean it that way, but that's how I took it. But then it also goes back to my point. That's why it's important for people to know each other and for the friendships to be authentic. So then you kind of know, oh, this person really didn't mean it like that. But when you don't know, you don't know. Just texting me. I hope it's a man. I thought I was gonna have a man come over here last night, but girl, y'all know ain't no man coming over here, honey. But this is a sanctuary just for Rodney, honey. I ain't bringing those type of spirits. Don't let all them spirits in y'all house, baby. Hello. Okay. Girl, who is this? Oh, it's the music about to scare me. What's his name? He kind of fine. I need to go to the gym. Turn this music off before I get my page taken down. Let me see who this man is, girl. He kind of fine. Oh, girl. Oh, yeah, he is fine. Hmm. 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 Girl, the devil is busy, baby. I know that's right. The girls is getting their bodies together, and I'm over here being messy. Girl, being messy, talking about people. Anyways, but yeah, that's all I really wanted. That's all I really wanted. I was just sitting here thinking about that. Like, it's basically in a nutshell. It's important for these shows to have established friend groups where people know each other. Where if somebody does, attack, and I'm saying attacking quotes, or go after somebody, is not because they think the person is doing it because they're black or they're white or Hispanic or Asian or whatever. They would know because they know them. You see what I'm saying? They know what they know is not that. But when you don't know these people, then you don't know what to think. So is she doing it because I'm black? Or is she doing it just because, oh girl, I know her and I know how to help her roll, girl. She gonna come for you sometimes. You gotta get her together. Hmm. You gotta have friends. You gotta have these friends who know each other. You gotta have these friend groups where most of the people know each other. I understand not everybody not gonna know everybody, but girl, the majority of the people should be connected. You should be connected. Like if you had a reality show with me, and then at the time, not now, but at the time, even now, but if you had me, my friend from work, and his boyfriend, and then my best friend, and then his, because I met my friend like in 2000, what was it, 2010, I believe, and then his friends who he's been knowing since high school, right? And I've met them, of course. If I got into it with, say, one of the white guys, or if he got into it with me, I wouldn't automatically think he doing it because I'm black. I wouldn't think that. I would think you probably doing it because you just a bona fide bitch and I never like your ass to begin with. You see what I'm saying? Hey! Garland was dealing with you because, girl, you my friend, because you my friend's sister, but I never liked your ass anyways. Like I don't think it would go that route because I have an idea of who these men are. But when you don't know, then that's when you start to question, like, girl, did they do that because I'm black? Did they say that because I'm Hispanic? Did they say that because I'm, right? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Anyways, child. I think that's all I wanted, honey. I thought just was like a random video. All right. I think that's it. I think I got my point across. They need to do a better job at establishing these friend groups on these shows. I know, but this is another thing too. We have to acknowledge everybody does not want to be on reality TV. One, so just because you have friends does not mean that your friends want to participate in reality TV. But they're gonna have to figure it out. I can't do all the figuring out for them. I'm already trying to tell them how to produce the shows, how to do casting. Girl, I can't figure out everything, girl. They're gonna have to do some work. Okay. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.